What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So in this video, I want to talk about um, what Eva Marcille said on the Ricky Smiley Show in regards to Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther, and his passing. So as you know, it was announced probably like a week ago that Chadwick unfortunately passed away due to um, battling colon cancer, which was a shock to pretty much the general public because they just didn't know about it. There were never any rumors about it or anything like that. It seemed like everything was just a-okay. But yeah, he was going through a battle with colon cancer, unfortunately, and unfortunately, um, he is no longer with us. And condolences to his family and loved ones. Um, so on the Ricky Smiley Show, they were doing, having a conversation about Chad, and they were just talking about some things, and Eva brought up something, a story about between her and her daughter. So I guess her and her daughter saw the Black Panther movie, and at one point Halloween came around, and she asked her daughter, what do you want to be for Halloween? And she said she wants to be the Black Panther. So, Eva gets somewhat, I guess, as she puts it, a warrior princess outfit. And her daughter says, no, she wants to be the Black Panther. In fact, I'll play the audio clip. There's not a video clip, but there is an audio clip of this. And I'll play it, and then I'll come back and discuss more about this. All right, so here we go.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
In my culture, death is not the end.
And that's chilling right there, man. I truly feel like T'Challa, aka Black Panther, is me. How does that make y'all feel when y'all saw that movie? Brad.
Brad might be crying.
Eva.
For me, my daughter was Black Panther for Halloween last year. And I remember saying, Marley, what do you want to be for Halloween? She said, I'm the Black Panther. So I went and got her a warrior princess outfit. And she handed it back to me and said, no, I am the Black Panther. I'm King T'Challa. And so just to see the impression that he's made on not just generations lived here before, but the new generation, these young kings and queens, he has been such an impact on our lives and my children. It's amazing.
Right, our kids have a superhero to look up to that we never thought. Just like we never thought they would have a black president to look up to, and then they have a superhero that they can look up to, because for years it was just Spider-Man and Superman and Batman and all these, superheroes that didn't look like them. And I just think he leaves a fantastic legacy.
All right, so you heard Eva's story. All right. So, this kind of got me to thinking a bit like, should this be okay? Would this be okay? Especially for people who are parents out there. I know sometimes this comes up when it comes to, I guess, boys who want to be, dressed up in like Halloween costumes that are a bit more geared towards girls, or characters that are geared more towards girls. But I do think this is a bit interesting, and some people may feel like this perhaps is somewhat the masculinization of black women at an early age, And, for the people who are parents out there, how would you handle this situation? Do you think it's just, it's cool, it's all right. It's not really a big deal. And I feel like it's more acceptable if, the young girl was trying to be the Black Panther versus if the young boy was trying to be, say, Wonder Woman or Sailor Moon, right? But for me, a big part of what prompted me to do this video was like, the masculinization of young girls, particularly young Black girls, right? And we've kind of seen this play out, you know, very much, for a while now, but especially this year, right? Um, we've seen a lot of Black girls and Black women, coming to marches, putting themselves out on the front lines, very much being an advocate for the Black community, and very much, putting the target on their backs, right? And, doing things that perhaps should be carried out by the men of our community. And of course, we've also seen some, you know, imagery and artwork depicting young Black girls in a very violent, masculine way, and perhaps even in some cases, not even human, right? So, for me, it just got me to thinking, is this situation just a symptom of the masculinization of young Black girls? Um, is it a bit, perhaps maybe folks are just reading a bit too much into it? Perhaps maybe people just feel like, well, this is just what they want. This is just what we want, or what they want, and it's not our fault. You know, but I just kind of wanted to just put this out here and just get you guys' thoughts and opinions about this. It did, it did strike me as a bit odd, a bit, a bit different. Again, that's probably what prompted me to even do the video in the first place. And that's why I don't think this is really an issue or something that the Black community really wants to address anyway. So, you're probably not going to be hearing about it very much or at all. When it comes to these sort of situations, very much just swept under the rug. It's excused and defended, um, you know, and it really doesn't, folks don't really want to address it until perhaps it becomes a problem. Like once it becomes a problem, and particularly a problem for Black men, then okay, then we got to have a discussion. We got to address this, and then folks want to come through and act and talk like, oh, you need to be more feminine, whereas like, oh, well, that's interesting because why now? Why now? But I don't want to go on for too long, but I just wanted to come through and just, present this to you guys and just get you guys' thoughts and opinions about this. Do you think that this is, a symptom of a bigger issue and that it may be a bit more deeper than perhaps some people would like to admit? Or perhaps do you think it's just not really a big deal? And, this is just, what she wanted at this particular point. Hey, maybe next year she'll want to be, you know, Wonder Woman, right? But I do know that, in the clip that I played, um, the guy in the clip, he spoke about representation, right? Where it's like, oh, now, Black kids have had a superhero that they can more relate to, right? And I think for young Black boys, especially, yeah, that is true, But I think that the Black girls perhaps need some representation too when it comes to, the superhero genre. Just saying, right? Because we can't go around saying, oh, representation, oh, it's not really a big deal on one hand, right? But on the other hand, when it comes to the Black boys, it's like, oh, we have to have positive representation for our young Black boys, so that they can see themselves as being more than just, a thug or gangbanger or a rapper or whatever, right? But for the girls, it's like, oh, well, it's supposed to come from within, it's about your family and what they instill in you, right? You know how that goes, right? So yeah, needless to say, I think we can agree that representation is important, right? But again, I'm going to bring it to an end. But thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And to the next video, adios and goodbye for now.